The Enabling Innovation Guidance that was published almost a year ago now, I think, September 21, is a good practice guide that sits alongside the main GAMP 5 guide, and it covers 3 main areas. One is the use of agile approaches to software development. It's just underlining that this is the way software is developed these days, and if you follow it correctly, that you can use agile development for making GXP applications, and explaining why and how, and in practical terms. So even if someone doesn't have an in-depth knowledge of these types of frameworks, then they can at least understand the main points and why these things work. And the second topic it covers is IT service management and service provider management, because more and more effort and activity is being delegated, dispersed from the regulated company to service providers and cloud service providers, etc. So it's not about so much the regulated company doing it themselves, but identifying service providers that are good at what they do, assessing them, and putting agreements and contracts in place so that the service providers do most of the heavy lifting in ensuring that these systems are effective and compliant and fit for intended use, while the regulated company has the final accountability for protecting the patient and achieving compliance. So that's another whole big area in the Enabling Innovation Guide. And the third one is adoption of critical thinking to support the objectives of CSA and the case for quality, which is moving away from unthinking or ticking the box, right? We need that document, that document, that document, and that document. And if we've got 10 signatures on all of those, then we're going to pass an inspection. It's moving away from that kind of compliance, ticking the box, validation by numbers approach towards an approach where a company really understands their business processes, really understands their data flows, really understands their risks, and defines their system lifecycle and control and activities in a way where they meet their requirements and minimize their risks by having appropriate subject matter experts analyze, taking decisions, and doing the right things, because they know enough about the process, they know enough about engineering, they know enough about quality assurance to take those decisions. Then they're not depending on a 70-page procedure to tell them what to do, because they know what to do. They're the experts in this. They just need to apply critical thinking alongside with their knowledge of the process, knowledge of the regulations, and the knowledge of the technology to get systems that work. So that it's that critical thinking piece which is exactly at the heart of CSA. Because what CSA is doing is saying, well, apply the right type of testing at the right time, apply the right tools, don't create unnecessary documentation. And critical thinking is the tool that allows you to make these distinctions. So that third piece of the Enabling Innovation Guide is all about it's about achieving the objectives of CSA through a process of critical thinking.